Welcome to this week's edition of Priesty Buffs. Today's vlog is brought to you by a clip from my favorite film starring my favorite dead gay psycho clown cowboy. 10 Things I Hate About You.
I know you can be overwhelmed, and you can be underwhelmed, but can you ever just be whelmed? I think you can in Europe.
So yeah, patch 3.3.3. 3.333 repeating, of course. Dropped on Tuesday, and at best, I am whelmed. A lot of changes were made, but none of them are all that meaningful. That's not to say I don't like the changes. For example, I'm glad that the server-specific debate over need v greed has finally been decided by taking away the need option. Go Team Greed! And I'm pleased with the introduction of Frozo, who makes frozen orbs worth something other than a cross-server debate about need v greed. And I am delighted that we can now shut up Arthas at the beginning of Culling of Stratholme. And to be truthful, I am completely unimpacted by the auction house changes since I use so many auction house add-ons I don't actually know what the real auction house looks like. But the thing that really leaves me whelmed are the class changes. Now I'm not going to try to turn this into a case of, well, Blizzard hates my class, because I don't think Blizzard hates my class. I like to think of Priest as the quietly turning wheel hidden in between a lot of squeakers. And we all know the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Now I'm not going to call out any one class as being particularly squeaky, but let's run through the Death Knight changes. Icy Touch. This ability now causes a very high amount of threat with Death Knights in Frost presence. Chains of Ice. The ability now innately applies Frost Fever to target. Reigns of Razor Ice now stacks 5 stacks of 2% Frost vulnerability instead of 10 stacks of 1% Frost vulnerability. Proc changes 100% Talent's Blood. Abomination's Might. This effect is now passive instead of being a proc on certain strikes. Rank 1 at 5% attack power, rank 2 is 10% attack power. The self strength buff remains unchanged. Whelmed in Acropolis. There is no longer cooldown on the frequency at which this talent can be activated. In addition, this ability can now be triggered by damage which deals less than 5% of your health. Frost. Endless Winter. No longer causes Frost Fever to be applied with Chains of Ice, but instead grants 2-4% health. Icy Talons. The personal haste benefits provided by this talent is no longer exclusive with other sources of melee haste. And now let's take a chance to look at the patch notes for priests. Discipline. Renewed Hope now has a 60-second duration, up from 20 seconds, but a 15-second cooldown. That's it. One little change. And I know I should be glad that the developers think my class is well balanced the way it is. And I am. I guess. But sometimes I'd just like to shake things up a little bit. And while I wouldn't turn my nose up at a buff, even a nerf would just be something different. While people complain constantly about nerfs, they change the way people play their class. It forces you to stop being too dependent on whatever aspect of your class just got nerfed, switching up rotations and trying out new combinations. But nope. We priests just go on doing our thing while other classes enjoy the buff nerf cycle that not only affords them some variety, but gives them an excuse to bitch. But enough of that. My 10-man team had a great week last week. We've been flinging ourselves against Professor Hubert Farnsworth Putricide, and on Sunday night, we finally took him down. We moved on to Dreamwalker, which the group had taken a look at while I was at a business trip. And we one-shotted the encounter. As much as I hate to admit it, that counter was clearly designed with a raid-healing holy priest in mind. Blood Princes did give us a few problems, but we came back in on Monday and tried our raid leader's MS paint semicircle / boomerang strategy, and it seemed to work like a charm. So we downed 3 new bosses in 2 nights. That was a pretty damn good feeling. Things will be slowing down for the upcoming Easter holiday, but we're planning to pick up again after we've stuffed ourselves full of chocolate eggs. Hope you're all having fun and WoW. Have a great week!